Well, hello YouTube and Donald Trump. Hope you're both having a good day. Sitting here getting ready to put this other side on the rear end together. And I had two questions on, well, first of all, welcome to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. I forgot to introduce myself to those who haven't seen me. I had two questions about this rear end. Number one, they wanted to know how thick this housing was right here. Alright. And number two, they wanted to know how the fluid gets from the rear end to the bearings. Well, this is going to be a short video on how to explain that. I'm going to try my best. I'm not a teacher. By any means am I a teacher. I'm a very impatient man. I don't have the patience to teach. It's all up here in my head. And it's almost as if there's no output, because what's in my head doesn't seem to come out correct. So I'm going to try my best to explain this. So, let me bring you in here and show you what's going on. Alright. This tube is hollow all the way through to the rear end. And let's get a measurement right now. I even put a new battery in my mic or caliper. We're going to get an outside measurement first. Well, it's kind of an odd size. I've got $175, $128. I don't know what that is. Close to. Wow. I'd say close to 1 9/16. Alright. Now the thickness is man, why is everything such odd size, man? Is there dirt in that thing or something? Everything, nothing's standard. So let's just go to millimeters. 5 millimeters thick is what that rear end housing is. 5 millimeters thick. Alright. Now, what we have here is the fluid comes through this tube. You've got your hub on here with the seal right here, the rear bearing here, the front bearing here, and then you have your nut. Alright, well, the fluid comes through here and drops down inside the hub. This seal keeps that oil from going out of there. So basically it just comes through here and down and flows right in here. Now, as long as you keep your fluid level clear to the bottom of the filler hole, you're always going to have fluid in here. So that's how this works. So now I'm going to put this together And I'm just going to do the same thing I did yesterday. I'm going to do a speeded up version of this because I want to get it done, and I don't want to sit here and take all this time trying to explain every little move I make. If you need to see something, what I'm doing, pause the video to see what I'm doing, and I'll try to put the camera in a good location so that it's not in my way and you guys can see what's going on. Other than that, I'm just going to do this and we're going to be done with it. So I'm going to move you guys over to the other side here. Put you on level ground. And I'm going to get to it. Alright, now I wanted to show you this step. We're going to take a little bit of this grease and see these stands right here. Each one of these are where your brake shoe rests against. That's metal to metal, so you want a little bit of lubrication on those, just enough to make it slick. We're not trying to make it to where it drips down on the brakes. We just want a little skim, barely enough just to make it shiny. And then, right here, because that's touching inside the brake, and that saves it from tearing anything up and digging into them. Because if anybody that's done this before, or haven't done it, they will see some of these have a groove in them where they've rode there for so long with no lubrication to make them work okay. So it helps the shoe to move on it too. So that's what I was taught, and that's what I do. Alright, take another drink of Trump coffee. And back at it. Alright, so now what I had to do, the only thing I had to do in order to use these this nut setup is modify that ear. I just had to shorten it a little bit so it would fit in the groove. So now we're going to line that pin up as soon as we find it. It's on the bottom on this time. So alright, now what happens is fluid comes through here, down here, into this, because the axle has a little concave in it to allow the fluid to get past that on the inside of this axle. So the fluid comes through here, down into here, and lays right in here. So that is the theory, Mr. Dave. And this tube is 5 millimeters. So that answers your question. Now the only thing I got left to do is slide the axle in, put my bolts in it. I got to make a gasket for it, and then I got to hook my brake lines up. But because now I have them in the right orientation, left to left and right to right, I got to shorten my brake line on this side and reroute the one on the other side. So I still got to mount the breather tube and the line to the rear end. So I'm not going to do that on the video. This pretty much ends this video. So there you have the answer to your question, Mr. Dave. And I hope that was informative to you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. And hopefully this is the last rear end video. If it's not, this truck's out of here, man. I'm done with it. I'm not doing it no more. I simply refuse. So I hope y'all are having a good day and a good rest of the day, and you guys have a good one. Later.